Hey, um, decided to do this as a bit of a video diary, I guess, for myself. Um, it's February 12th, I believe, and it's 2 days. No, it's the 13th. It's 2 days after Brittany left me. I'm finding it really hard, and it's a really strange thing to get used to. I find during the day is really easy, and if anything feels better, it's at night when I'm used to seeing her that it's most difficult. There's a lot I'm going to probably forget about as time goes on, so I figure I might as well tell some of that. We'd been in therapy for something like 6 months. Ultimately, Brittany kept finding aspects of my personality or things that I'm interested in, or things about me that she didn't really like. She felt kind of guilty for asking me to try things or do things differently. I would always be willing to. She would usually start through hints and inferences and eventually sort of outright ask me. I guess I could have been more attentive to what she was trying to say in the same way that she could have been more upfront about what she was needing. In some things, at least. So, I was willing to continue that process, but she wasn't. It was too much effort for her, and we perceived things differently. It was probably more difficult for her than it was for me, but I'm also a person that's really doesn't have a normal person's gauge for what is like difficult. I've been through a lot of like really difficult tragedies. I used to look at this as a very purely good thing, that it gave me an ability to appreciate things and bear through things that are difficult, but I guess I see now that the downside of that is that there are things that it makes it harder for me to take a normal person's perspective. Now that I've tried to sort of integrate myself more into society, so to speak, like have more of a social, have profound relationships, which it's not like I didn't before, but I don't know. I guess I'm just saying this is a barrier for some people. Overall, I think I feel pretty good. I feel like I'm not being scrutinized anymore, and that I can live a life that makes sense again. But I'm also missing having her perspective a lot. I really did need her, or I came to need her. I find doing grounding exercises has really helped a lot. I'll put my feet on grass or carpet or something and let myself feel what that feels like and really focus on it. I'll do affirmation type stuff while I'm doing that with my eyes closed, and I'll I'll usually incorporate that somehow with breathing, focusing on. I've heard this a lot of places, focusing on the air passing through your actual nostrils, and it really is amazingly effective. I always think I'm not going to feel better, but then I do. Other snapshots of my life. In January 2019, I was earning, in the beginning, $700 a week, and then less than, right about $400 a week for the last 2 weeks of January with the 3D printing business. This week it's probably going to be, if things continue like they are, 800 to 900, which is a really good track. I had my second interview for my job at Serrano's today, and the GM who I met with, his name is Brett, was really nice, and I think I can expect to make at least 1,000, probably 1,500 or more at this job, which will be nice while I nurse this business through. While I nurse this business through its infancy. I don't know. Sometimes I feel really crappy. Sometimes I just feel really good. I try not to suppress my feelings at all. I try to let myself feel them, but also sort of gently remind myself that things are okay and give myself a sense of like presentness to soothe myself. I don't know. Overall, I feel, maybe in conclusion, I would say I feel really good, because my whole thing with our relationship was to try to figure out how to make her happy while not being unreasonable to myself. And ultimately, I did make her happy. So actually, I kind of think about that and I feel good that I did the thing I was trying to do all along. I don't know. It's going to be good having more social relationships with this job, and I'm going to put more effort into sort of doing meetups and game nights with people and things like that. I don't know, it'll take a while to rebuild, but like, I really do feel like a really good life is ahead of me, and that all of this has shaped me into something that I'm actually kind of proud of. I'm not going to be the person who's just defined by tragedy. I'm not going to forget it either.